Welcome back. You're still watching Network Africa on Channels Television. Now we're looking at what's happening in Ghana. Lower court judges implicated in the investigative piece on judicial corruption were to be cross-examined by the Tiger Eye team that put together a 3-hour video evidence. The video provides evidence against the judges who fell for bribes such as money and sex to either free or lessen sentences of suspects before them. That's what they are being accused of doing. The judges, numbering up to 22, are currently on suspension pending the final determination of the case against them by a special disciplinary committee set up by Chief Justice Georgina Wood. However, 14 of them are in court challenging the process and praying the court to declare the hearing as illegal and null. For more on this this cross-examination, which was supposed to have happened, and we're going to find out right now from Joy News' Elton Brobby, who joins us from the capital, Accra. Elton, thank you for joining us.
Yes, welcome. Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure. I'd like to ask, we spoke earlier on, and you did mention that the cross-examination was supposed to happen today. Did that go as planned?
No, unfortunately, it couldn't happen because the committee is a 5-member committee chaired by a Supreme Court judge, and the representatives includes the president of the Ghana Bar Association, and he was not available today, and for that reason, the committee had to postpone the cross-examination to Friday because the Ghana Bar Association, which is made up of lawyers, they are currently in Kumasi for the annual bar conference, and that conference will end on Thursday. So on that score, the committee chair announced that because of the absence of the president of the Ghana Bar Association, they weren't going to hold the cross-examination. So the accused and their lawyers were asked to go and come back on Friday. So that cross-examination did not happen today.
All right. Now, based on what you just said, we ought to be reaching out to you on Friday. But I must ask, on an interesting piece that we saw from Joy News, we understand that one of the 12 High Court judges, Justice, who was also implicated in this scandal, is suing the investigative journalist and his team over that act. How realistic is that move, especially if he's found guilty in this case? Does it even make sense to sue the investigative journalist?
Well, that's exactly what Justice Mohammed Habib Logo has done. He's gone to the High Court. He's filed a writ at the High Court challenging the impeachment proceedings against him. He thinks that the process is illegal and the court should declare it null and void. And he will be the second person to have taken this action against the Chief Justice, the Attorney General, Tiger Eye, the group that did this investigation. And then they are the defendants. So he's gone to court together with another High Court judge. And they filed separate suits against the Chief Justice. And they are challenging the legality of the impeachment proceedings against them. And among the things that they are seeking the court to rule on is a declaration that the alleged recording was done in an unlawful manner. Okay. And for that reason, they will not survive in court. So the court will have to schedule a date to hear this process. But I can tell you for a fact that the committee, which is investigating the allegation of bribery against the circuit court judges, say that they will not stop the investigation process despite a court, suit against them. What they are saying is that they will only bring the proceedings to a halt if they are served with an injunction. But for now, the process has not been injuncted, and for that reason, they will go ahead and then hear into this case until otherwise directed by the High Court.
Now, in truth, it does sound almost laughable here. I've been saying that the video was taken without permission when it was an investigative case. But just before I let you go, I do have to ask how Ghanaians are reacting to this case, especially since it involves judges.
Well, if you want to look at, people are are surprised and they are shocked, but not really, because allegations of corruption against the judiciary has been in the news for quite a while now. The only thing that was missing then was that nobody was able to produce evidence to back that particular claim. Now we have overwhelming evidence to support the claim that the judiciary is corrupt. And the reason why people are so surprised and shocked at this development is that if you look at the three arms of government, the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary is the only body that you can say that it is truly independent and bears semblance of neutrality, because the executive is controlled by the politicians. The legislature is also a house controlled by, political figures from all the political parties. So it is only the judiciary that has a semblance of independence and neutrality. So now that it has also been embroiled in allegations of corruption, people's confidence in the system is weighing. So the clarion call has been on us to not to listen to appeals from religious leaders and some other influential persons in society not to premiere this video, which is coming off next week. People are saying that if this video is shown, it will do further damage to the image of the judiciary and indeed the adjudication of justice. But people are saying that ANAS has done videos in the past. They were all showed, and this should also follow the norm. So we are all waiting for next week to have this video premiere at the National Theatre.
Well, we'll wait for that premiere, but we'll also be reaching out to you on Friday, Elton, when the cross-examination is expected to happen. Thank you so much for giving us the latest. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Elton Brobby reporting from Accra. He is a reporter with Joy News. Still to come on Network Africa. It's the International Day of Democracy, and we look at how much progress Africa has made so far.